No, it was about normalising.
Hi, good evening. I didn't know I was the first one on, but anyway, let's give it a go.
Yes, no, normalising.
This is called Requiem for the NHS. The Tories and the quacks hated Nye Bevan, but he created the NHS for everyone, rich or poor, and free at the point of delivery. The NHS, beloved by the nation, has reached its final destination. Pensioned off at 66. Privatised under the guise of contracting out all the parts, the entrails too, disemboweled and devoured by the insatiable greed needed to feed the financial contagion that is banks, merchant banks, investment banks, shadow banks, hedge funds, vulture funds, and the whole stinking edifice of PFI, the Private Finance Initiative. Soon this will all be cast in stone, for the new TTIP, the EU-US Free Trade Treaty, will regularise financial liberalisation and regulatory harmonisation, which in proper parlance means that the tax-avoiding, bonus-addicted, thieving psychopaths can legally plunder and wreck asunder the NHS for billions each and every year. The new Labour Party is just like the Tories, part of the political class, the elite, the establishment, which Bevan would find surreal and absurd, for in Shelley's words, ye are many, they are few. And now is the time for the 99% to show their discontent. And if Bevan was alive today, he'd say, stand up, fight, and save the NHS. Let's switch about 12,000 miles away. This is called the pencil test. Sportsmen and entertainers opened their hands, closed their eyes and took Krugerrands. Under apartheid there was black, white and 14 types of colour. And in order to be seen to be correct, the authorities could the 14 reject and the 15 select. Like Mendel and his peas, recessive genes caused the sight of a slight change in colour of children previously white. Sometimes the authorities couldn't be sure if a child was pure, so inspectors went into the schools, followed the rules, and with great care placed a pencil in the child's hair. The child's colour would rest on the pencil test. When the head was shook, there was a look of relief, physical and mental. When the pencil fell to the floor, the child was white. When the hair was crinkly and thick, the pencil was passed like a stick through the hair from front to back, and if it stalled, the verdict called was black. What the parents were hardly mattered. The child was reclassified, the family scattered to search a new school, a new church, and also there were kids left alone and bereft. Political apartheid has ended, but South Africa's still not mended. Black, white and coloured still live apart. A new start is needed to remove the pain and finally end apartheid's reign. As you may gather, I lived out there for some years, and though apartheid has officially ended, it is still pretty horrific. Anyway, back to here. This is called Austerity Blues. Whatever the weather, like birds of a feather, we're all in this together. Austerity Blues. The Tories claim that their aim is to help the low-paid, hard-working brigade, but the facts of 0 hours contracts are just a variation of casualisation. Open to all, wait for a call, at home, alone, Austerity Blues. No job, no home, bus without a crust, your life crumbling to dust, cupboard bare, government don't care. Give thanks for food banks, long queues, time to muse, Austerity Blues. If you're disabled and the quack says back to work, don't go berserk, appeal, don't reveal the pain, stay sane, don't cry, don't die, Austerity Blues. Under the cosh with no dosh, dreaming of tasty nosh, smooth booze, new shoes, good news, a world cruise, austerity blues. Political louses flogged off council houses. Politicians don't give a toss for the loss of community. They act with community, impunity, because they have political immunity, austerity blues. The country's skint, says Osborne without a hint of irony. But for wars and arms, there's a stash of cash produced in a flash, austerity blues. The government's lax on collecting tax and teams of bin counters devise schemes for people of means to avoid paying their just dues, austerity blues. Whatever the weather, like birds of a feather, we're all in this together. Are we fuck austerity blues? Thank you.
Gold? Gold? That's one for gold! Give a round of applause.